Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Tia. I'm glad you could join me here today. I am an intuitive empath, a psychic medium, an energetic healer. I carry the violet flame of healing. I'm a twin of flame moving through that journey here in the earth plane. And I'm an angelic human. I know that sounds like quite a lot, but that's what my journey has led me to know and uncover about myself. I share that as a brief introduction for anyone who's new to the channel. Thank you for visiting. I hope that these messages can be helpful for you. Okay, I also share that I did have a departure away from YouTube for the last couple of months. It's been a while since I have recorded for YouTube and have posted videos here on the channel, so I'm happy to get back to this work, as it is part of my soul work, my mission work. And I do apologize for the long delay. I mean, it had to happen, so I guess I also kind of don't, because it was necessary for me and my family to take that time. But the energy just really wasn't there for me either. I was moving through some shifts of my own. So, but I've been brought back very strongly in the last couple of days. The energy has been shifting. We did just have the new moon in Gemini. It's Gemini season. It's a time of creating balance where previously there's been some confusion or difficulties in making decisions. So we're moving into a time where there's going to be a lot more clarity for us as a collective. And that will also resonate on individual levels in varying ways. But very high energy moving in right now. As an empath, I am hypersensitive to the energies and have over the years really been guided to just follow my intuition around working with that energy for myself. I am also an energetic healer, so I work with the energies through my own personal work, but as well as through working very directly with the energy in the collective. Anyway, but I wanted to just kind of share that, as it's been a while since I've been here on YouTube, and also as an introduction for anyone new. If you are new or you're not, you visited here before, and you like these messages, please like, share, and subscribe. Share them with people you think that they may resonate with, that they may be helpful for. As that's really what I come to this platform to do. It's really my objective here is to support you on your evolution pathway. I've been gifted these amazing gifts, and really the purpose is to heal myself and progress in my own soul work. And a big part of that for me is to help and support other people on their pathways, on their spiritual journeys, on their consciousness evolution. So thank you for being here, and like, share, and subscribe if it works for you. Okay, we're going to move now into the reading. As it has been a while, these messages are for Cancer, and we are going to just check in on overall energy to start the reading. I don't have any strong guidance as to specific things to be checking into, so we're just gonna follow the energy through the cards as they come out. All right, Spirit looking in for Cancer. Overall energies for Cancer. Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Wow. Okay, so positive energy here. There's a lot of introspective work that you've been doing. And that's provided an immense amount of clarity and understanding of self. I'm getting that there is there is some communication. There is some very powerful, very loving communication that is coming in, or that has recently come in for you. This may be, we'll look into it, but this may be connected to a relationship. I am getting a very, with the Hermit card here, I am getting a very strong sense of self-work. And so I am also getting an energy about really love of oneself, like the way that you communicate with yourself about yourself is also kind of coming through, you know, like that ability to have a relationship with yourself. So maybe a positive self-talk, you know, you're shifting your conception of self in a very big way. That certainly is coming through. Yeah, there's a lot of transformative energy coming through. You know, the Four of Swords is about, it can be about things coming to an end, you know, the death cycle, which is really about transformation into the new thing. With the Hermit energy, there's a strong manifestation energy here. So you're certainly at the end of the cycle. There's great movement here. So let's check into it more. Yeah, something has been released and let go of. I am also getting, for some of you, something is needing to be released and let go of. And then for others of you, that you are coming out of a period of rest, of introspection, of quiet, sort of being drawn to how in the Hermit card here, which is very beautiful, different from such a beautiful interpretation of the energy. You see how it's like this snowing, you know, and the word, like this hibernation. You're coming out of this period of hibernation. Let's see what you're coming out into. So Spirit, let's clarify these overall energies. Can you clarify the Knight of Cups for me, please? Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So yeah, there is a lot of feeling here. You're overcoming something very very heavy emotionally, but you're moving forward into a place where there's happiness and fulfillment and abundance and joy, a lot of love. And again, I am, for some of you, it really is about the relationship with yourself, and that you're moving into a new place where how you treat yourself is much better than it has in the past. You're moving into a period of self-love, self-nurturance. And then for others of you, it very much has to do with love and relationships. There is something on the horizon here that's coming in that's going to make you very happy, Cancer. Yeah, you're finding more balance. So yes, this energy of something coming to an end, this heavy energy of loss, you know, loss or just things shifting and changing, transformative energy that created an upheaval that drove you inward, and that you're now at a place where you are finding balance. It is a process. See how this crow is sort of cycling over this ellipses thing, this what is it called? Eternity symbol, this figure 8 symbol here that have the pentacles, and it's like the crow is cycling over them to stay balanced. So you're finding your footing now. You're finding balance, but you're still engaged in that process. But you're doing it. You are doing it. And you've moved through something, again, as I said, very, very heavy. You're putting up the last stages of this. You know, this is the Nine of Wands. Nines are getting to the end of the cycle. It's closing out the cycle. And there is, you know, an energy of just having, you know, something, one last thing, and kind of being at the end of this journey, you know, taking those last steps, taking those last actions, doing the final letting go, whatever it is. There is some difficulty in just pushing through this last little bit of work, getting through the end of this cycle, but you're there. Overall, this energy is, you're there. You're finding your footing. You're moving forward. You have a new sense of self. You have a new way of relating to self. Part of that I am getting, certainly with the Hermit card, that there's is a spiritual aspect of self, a connection, a sacred connection with yourself that has emerged. And that is really helping you walk through these last painstaking areas or moments of the previous cycle you're closing right now. So Spirit, let's look into the Hermit. Tell us why the Hermit is here. These, again, are overall energies for you, Cancer. The Seven of Swords. The Empress. And Wheel of Fortune. Okay, yes. All right, so I am getting a very strong message for many, though not all of you. This cycle has to do with the previous relationship. We have the Seven of Swords here, which is an energy of betrayal, of things being taken, of loss. You know, we did. There is a little bit of that coming through here. And the Empress card is telling me that this really is connected to a person, to someone held in very high regard, someone who was believed to be the one. You know, very, very, a lot of feeling, again, a lot of feeling coming through. And that loss of this relationship or connection really is what drove you into this place of solitude and introspection, reflection, spiritual connection, transformative growth. A place now brings you to where you're at the end of the cycle. Something is now dead, needing to be released. You're engaged in that process. It's bringing you a sense of balance, but there's still some of that hardship that lingers. Certainly we see here with the Nine of Wands, and but that, again, with the Wheel of Fortune here, you're at the end of this cycle. And the Wheel of Fortune tells me also this was very, in this experience with this person, this loss, the way that it unfolded was very important for your spiritual growth and development. This wasn't just any cycle. This wasn't just any karmic cycle where you're just settling the score on the balance sheet, on the karmic balance sheet. This was really imperative for your personal spiritual growth and development. And that I'm being drawn back to, you know, that energy here under the Knight of Cups with, you know, really creating a new relationship with yourself, inviting in more nurturing energies for yourself. I'm being called back to that in order to get to this place, this spiritual cycle needed to happen, and was absolutely a contract that was meant to catalyze this transformation and evolution for you. Wow. All right, let's look into this Four of Swords, see if we get a little bit more. Although I think the story is unfolding. Oops, sorry, pretty clearly. So tell us more about the Four of Swords. So tell us more about what is transforming in this Four of Swords. We know it's closing. We know it's connected to this past connection. Tell us what's transforming, because the Four of Swords is about things coming to a close and things coming to its end, but ends are always about new beginnings. So tell us more about what this Four of Swords is bringing in. The Two of Wands. the Star, and the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so this whole experience that you've moved through is really going to bring in a new era for you, where you trust self, you trust spirit, you trust the divine plan, you're balanced. It also is going to be bringing in for you a connection. In this deck, the Two of Wands is this pair of crows that are inside this tent-like structure that's being made by the Two of Wands. So in this particular deck, the Two of Wands is very much about partnership. And that's what's coming in. So in order, and we often have to go through these challenging connections in order to get wisdom, growth, and learning, so that we become better versions of ourselves, the highest version of ourselves, so that we can manifest. The Hermit has manifesting energy, and you have that here in your spread. So you're certainly in that energetic place to manifest this great new passionate connection. But the trust factor really is that it's about trusting self to provide everything you need, and in doing so, you actually support the whole planet in a super positive way. You anchor that energy of trusting yourself, trusting your own intuition, trusting your own sovereignty to produce everything that you need. You anchor that energy in the earth plane, and it helps the entire collective of being, not just humanity, but everything that lives here, Gaia herself. So super positive, super powerful energy there. And then the stars, so there's a lot of healing here. This absolutely was a very important soul contract for you to move through. And there's a lot of healing coming in here for you to bring you into this new cycle where there's more trust, there's more manifestation, more abundance. And yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. The waiting is over. I'm sorry, this is the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of abundance here. One of the things that's coming to an end is sort of a narrowed view about abundance in all of its many forms. Abundance in the earth plane in all the ways that manifests. So abundance through relationships, abundance through money, abundance through security, abundance through creativity, and all of the ways that you can think about being abundant in the earth plane, right? That is what's coming in for you. And specifically, it's a perspective shift in lots of ways, because it's no longer looking at just your one piece of the pie, right? When there's so much to be had here in the earth plane. And I'm getting that's what's transforming. So some lack mentality consciousness is shifting. Maybe I am getting that for some of you, this is a connection that you didn't feel you deserved. That is how your lack mentality consciousness was manifesting, as really what was leading the reading was a strong energy around love and emotional fulfillment and connection. The Knight of Cups is about an offer of love. So I am getting that for some of you, that was that change and the shift of thinking of yourself. So it makes a lot of sense that this with this Eight of Pentacles, that for some of you, your lack thinking was really, I'm not good enough for this, right? I'm not good enough to hold this space. I'm not good enough to connect with this person, and that's also shifting and changing. And I'm getting for others of you, which is so interesting, that it's kind of the opposite, that what's shifting and changing for you is more reliance on on self and understanding that you can nurture yourself, you can love yourself, you can focus on just, the thing that's right in front of you, that you don't need to worry about everything that's going on back there, because there's just inherent trust, because even though your focus is here, there's another one here. There's kind of an awareness I'm feeling with this card, like, this is back there. That's where you got it from, right? Like, there's more to be had, and you're going to go ahead and focus on this, and you're not going to worry so much about others. And that connects back to this, that energy I was getting about a shift in the way you think of yourself, and a shift in how you relate to yourself, and how you care for yourself, and how you love yourself. Wow. All right, Spirit, let's look. Let's go ahead and get into these. How did I do? Here we go. This is how I did the last one. All right, let's look into this more. Let's call this is what I'm being called to. Okay, we're going to use this deck, and we're going to talk about Spirit. Let's look at the new cycle coming in, because I'm getting, you're right there, at the end of this cycle. So let's look at that new cycle and see what's coming in. We already know that there's a new potential here for romance. There's and healing. But let's get a little bit more information about this cycle, Spirit, this new cycle coming in. Tell us more about the new cycle, Spirit. And I'm hearing that relationship is going to be coming in. 2 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Justice card in reverse, and the King of Wands in reverse. And I was, for whatever reason, told to pull 4 here. So you do have a new cycle in love and romance coming in. This is a connection that's divine. This is a soul contract. This is about equal partnership. True feeling. I'm being guided back to this Ace of Cups. Like this. You have a new cycle filled with so much happiness and joy coming in, and it certainly, in some ways, is connected to this relationship. I am also still getting with some of you that this is really about that relationship with self. The 8 of Cups is about really turning your back on things so that you can do, so that you can walk away. And for me, this has always been with the moon here, about going within, about seeking out what is hidden, about working with your intuitive guidance, that you're not just turning your back on this because you want to, right? That this is an energy that's about seeking something in the right time because it's necessary. It's not because this person wants to walk away from their happiness, from their feelings. It's that there's something hidden here that's driving them to do that. So for me, I am still getting that energy that for some of you, this really is about a new relationship with self. But I am getting, and then certainly for others, you are very strong. This is an actual connection that's manifesting in the physical plane. And that maybe for some of you, the 8 of Cups is here to say, there's a need to maybe see it, that maybe the fact that this is an equal partnership, maybe this connection, even if it's one from the past, that it's possibly something that's worth looking at again, that there's something hidden about this connection. I am getting this Justice card here in reverse, which tells me that karma has been cleared in this connection. So this connection that came through right here, what drove the Hermit, what was really at the core of this. And we saw that there was this relationship that caused there was a lot of hurt and wounding around it. And that relationship certainly had to happen to usher in this new phase of growth, and that karma has been served. whatever this was, it's over and done. The debt has been paid, whether it was on your side or on theirs. The King of Wands in reverse. Okay, let's get, I'm getting, all right, I'll go ahead and do that and then pull the clarifiers. What I'm getting with this King of Wands in reverse is that this is, again, under the Wheel of Fortune. It's funny that it fell right under the Wheel of Fortune. It is an end of a cycle. It's sort of like the end of a lack of knowledge of your spiritual self, a lack of a relationship with your spiritual self, right? That it's something that is going to be shifting. You're going to be coming more into your powers. We were seeing, of course, with the Hermit card and the Wheel of Fortune card, with this King of Wands even lined up right here, that really tells me what's coming in is a very strong spiritual energy that perhaps has been blocked previously. I am getting that for some of you, this connection is really a soulmate, soul contract. There's still maybe, okay, thank you. I was really like struggling to piece this together. This was throwing me for a second, and now it kind of clicked here with thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Justice. So this new relationship that's coming in is actually, it is a soul contract. It does have to do with clearing karma. So I'm getting that even though it's a good connection, it's balanced, you know, there's certainly a lot of feeling there. It's going to bring in a lot of happiness, but that there is still karma here to be paid, right? And that this is going to be a connection that is very enriching and rewarding in lots of ways, but it's going to be very different. It may not necessarily be passionate the way that you've always believed relationships to be passionate. Maybe it's sort of missing. Maybe what's been hidden and you haven't been able to see how this is such a good connection for you is because you haven't really seen, you haven't felt that very intense, passionate, it can be sexual, very sensual energy. It's not as adventurous or exciting as you've always sort of held relationships to be. Maybe that's how your relationships have always been in the past. Maybe that's something that has been hidden in this connection, and that's why you haven't really seen it or it hasn't been able to come in. There was also a need to clear whatever this was, right, with this previous Empress. I am hearing current too, that for some of you it's the same person that maybe you needed to see. Maybe this is a previous relationship for some of you and it had to come to an end so that you could go through these experiences and have this healing and gain these new insights and this new relationship with self and see yourself as a spiritual being. All these things had to happen. And for some of you, I'm getting that all had to happen in order for you to get to this place where you could manifest an equal partnership with this person. And that up until this moment, maybe you didn't know that that was possible because there was something missing, some kind of really big, passionate charge. And I am getting a message that may not necessarily be what this connection is about. Maybe you've just really looked at it in a very different way up to this moment. Let's get more about that. I'm going to go ahead and use the same deck. Spirit, tell me about the King of Wands here in reverse. Tell me about the King of Wands in reverse. Why is that here? Why is it reversed? Oops. Ah, that wasn't helpful. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Do one more. Tell me. King of Wands. Yeah, the Empress. So I definitely, for some of you, this is the same person. Okay. There's been an evolution. This is a very big cycle, and I'm getting that it's a big cycle for that person as well, that had to happen for their own growth and evolution as well. Yeah. Okay. So like, yeah, so this is certainly a relationship that okay, I am getting for some of you, okay, that is also helpful. So there is still some karma that is also being worked out here, especially as this is the same person. And I'm feeling that really strongly. And that because of what has happened in this connection previously, you know, it sort of doused the passionate flame, right? And that is something that is going to be shifting and changing, perhaps within a re-emergence of the connection. Yeah, okay. So there was a lot of love here for this person, and I am getting a strong energy that there's going to be a reemergence of a connection from the past for you, for many of you. That this Empress will be coming back in, and that yeah, that maybe you're questioning it because of whatever happened in the past. You're no longer feeling that passion. You're no longer feeling that strong, alluring connection to this person. The Four of Pentacles tells me that there is an imbalance in the physical plane, that there is instability caused by this person, caused by whatever happened here in the connection. And I am getting that that's why this King of Wands, that's what, yeah. So they're the instability caused by this person in this connection, whatever happened, is what really affected the passion of this connection. But I am getting that, you know, it is not done. There's an energy that this is coming back. What I'm getting was done was the hurt and pain of the previous cycle. Those things are starting to close out. Otherwise, there's a lot of really positive movement forward, but we definitely have an offer of love coming in, and I am getting that it's the same person. We're gonna pull some final guidance for you, Cancer. So let me put these here. Final guidance for Cancer Spirit as they move into this new cycle. Final guidance. Final guidance for Cancer. The Seven of Water, the Eight of Air, and the Emotions and Intellect card in reverse. Yeah, okay, so final guidance for you, Cancer, is you know, let go. Go with the flow. Be in your feelings, but don't let them trap and overwhelm you, right? Letting go of past hurt, letting go of past injury, you know, will help you finally close out this cycle. That's the last thing. That's that last wand that crow is struggling to put up before this task is done, before the cycle is completed. It's the final release. The final release of this situation. I am getting that, yeah, there is some ego energy here that's holding back, you know, like holding on to this pain, you know, this injury from the past is keeping you from stepping into the new cycle, where really the energy shows a lot of healing, you know, a lot of security and protection, a lot of abundance coming through, certainly the opportunity for so much happiness and joy with this Ace of Cups here. But it's that not wanting to let go. I am hearing wanting to be right. So certainly a need to let go of a tight hold on something you believe for yourself to be right and or true. And there's a need to balance your emotions with your intellect. Right now they're not balanced. Your mind energy and your heart energy are imbalanced. And what that always tells me is that you're more in your head, because there's not a limit to being fully in your heart space. And I believe that when you're fully in your heart space, we utilize our mental abilities in a more productive way, in the right quote, I don't even want to say right, in a more positive way, to yield our highest good and greatest joy. And so there can't be an overuse of emotional balance, but being imbalanced in the mind space will create like a sort of a system failure, your emotional imbalance. And if we're emotionally imbalanced, then we're not able to manifest what we want and what's coming in for us. We're not able to step into the new cycle, right? So a need for you to be more in your heart space, less in your head. This is where ego lives. So if you're holding on to something that's connected to this person in past injuries and insults, past arguments, conflicts with this person, or in this connection, that really that's keeping you in an emotionally imbalanced place. Even while, I mean, and you've done a lot of work, you know, this Two of Pentacles has been really working, juggling. Two of Pentacles, and as it came out earlier, it showed me that you are creating this balance, but what we got, remember, was that you're not necessarily there. You're still engaged in that process. And so the guidance from Spirit to you is to really find a place of emotional balance, and that you can do that by sort of letting go of those egoic energies that hold on to I'm right, you're wrong, or you caused me pain and injury and I'm going to hold on to that hurt and pain. You know, holding on to the hurt and pain of past experiences will always block the new from coming in. So Spirit is nudging you here to be more in your heart. And if you're in your heart, you know, the Seven of Water energy is also very much like, you know, there's a lot of water is our feelings. And there's this letting, she's such a serene look on her face, you know. And it's not just letting go, it's recognizing that this was a cycle, that all of this had to happen, you know, for your own evolution and growth. Yeah, and there's a peace here with this that's coming in for you. All right, I hope that these messages were helpful for you, Cancer. If they were, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, please let me know. My information will be in the information box. Otherwise, I hope that you'll join me here again soon. Until then, many blessings to you.